Hi. Hi guys. Well, you know it is a good vlog of quality when you see a potato face and the person is on its PJs and the voice is still like this. It's 5 a.m. I wake up at 4, so I'm still waking up with my tea. And just saw what book was that Steve put out for today. It is the Shrosphire Lad. It is a poem collection, so that's gonna be what I'm gonna be listening while I work, because I have to work on a Saturday. And probably after that, I'm just gonna keep listening to Boys of King Arthur if I'm in the mood to it. So let's just go at it so you guys don't have to stare at this potato face. See you in a bit. Hey guys, doing a proper update now that I do not look like a potato and I can actually talk a little bit, I guess. It's still Saturday, we are at 1 something p.m. and I have read 4 books. Not big books, but it's a thing. I have lost way too much time doing a puzzle or part of a puzzle, so that was a thing that happened. And I forgot to take my my laptop with me so I can put an audiobook, so yeah, we're gonna have to go for it now during the afternoon. First book that I read was I don't really know how to say this. It was the book that Steve Donahue talked on his day 25. Shropshire Lad, poem book by a houseman that all the soldiers on World War I had. It's, again, I'm leaving all the links of information of the books, and on this case we'll leave also the link for Steve's video, so he explains things much more. It is a little bit too full of emotion, let's put it like this, and too full of that. But at the same time, it was a 4-star read for me because it really puts you in the shoes of like a mother that is waiting for her son to come back from the war and all of that. It gives you that feeling that it is supposed to give you. So yeah, I did enjoy it pretty much. And then I read another of the Beatrix Potter's books. This time it was A Tale of Pigling Blend. It was basically a kind of a play on that rhyme of this little piggy goes to the market and all of that. So this time it was pigs, it was adorable, it was a 4-star read, it's Beatrix Potter a lover. Then I had a book. In between those two, I had kept listening to a Boys King Arthur. But I have read so much King Arthur in the past times that I only got like to page 80 and I had to stop and find another quick audiobook to listen while I was working, so I just look for which. That's basically what I do. I go to the library, open library, look for the word witch, and I look for or other words like that. This time it was witch, and I pick up a book that is not too big at random. And the book that I found was The Midsummer Witch by Nora S. Unwin. It was great book with kind of okay illustrations, sometimes really cute, other times it was a 3-star read for me. It was good, I had fun. It was just a little witch that didn't want to be like the stereotypical winter ugly not happy witch, and she went to like to midsummer and did things, did friends. It was really simple, really simple. There's not much more besides this. This is basically how she decides to become a Midsummer Witch and how she got there. Like, it's cute. It has like little pagan things, like little tiny bits, like talking about the Midsummer Festival, of course, of dancing, the bonfires, fairy rings, and all of that stuff. It was, for me, it was like, it needed a little bit more to be able to, like, go further as a book, like, become even better. My words are a little blah today, I'm so sorry. And the other one that I read was, like, Fushigi volume 14, yes, 14, that I'm not gonna talk much about it. It is manga and I'm gonna prep. It will be a big, probably a huge episode of Let's Talk Manga because I love Fushigi to pieces and I can talk about it non-stop, so I'm not gonna talk about it here. But it's a thing that is happening in March for Let's Talk Manga. It's Fushigi, so if anyone knows about it and likes it, be prepared because I'm gonna fangirl a lot because I'm already on 14 and I think it's 18. I would love to be able to finish all the manga on this weekend. I cannot promise it, so let's see. I'm gonna finish this little update here. Probably gonna try to update you at the end of the day. If I cannot, I will update you tomorrow. Probably gonna see another potato face. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Good morning. Time for another potato update. If you hear anything strange in the background, it's my old lady washing herself. She sounds like a disgruntled pug when she does it. Anyway, yesterday I read a couple more books. I read some of Beatrix Potter. I don't remember the titles. I think I have like 4 or 5 left that I would like to just gobble up today. I'm taking way more time with this because I just stare at the pictures. I read a little book. I have that one. I read this little version of The Jungle of the Book that I bought because I thought it was a whole book, but it's not. But it has cute illustrations. If I can find my favorite one. Yeah, I cannot find it. Not that I need it. Of Shortcut. But what I was saying, yeah, it was. Here it is. Really like how Shortcut is drawn here. Really pretty. Yeah, a little small book just for the fun of it. I had read also one of King Arthur that I got on this format also because I thought it was a little bit bigger, but it wasn't. Anyway, and I read one of those books that nobody reads. It's Organization Tips for Scrapbookers, because I have lots of scrapbook material and I saw the book and I was like, this could be fun. I need organization tips. All of them were black. Nobody does that. It's just not. It's like the things, if you have materials, you already do that, so the others were just like not practical, not pretty, not good. It was just a very black book. I was so hopeful for some reason. And I read a small book for Oscar Wilde that I should have here, but I just gave it to my mother. There is The Crime of Lord Savile and Other Tales. And I'm thinking more and more that even though I recognize the beauty of Oscar Wilde's writing, it is not for me. I'm like, okay, it's fine. It's pretty, but just not for me. It just doesn't do it for me. Anyway, this potato is going back to finishing her tea and deciding what to read next. I think we are on 9 books read, if I'm not mistaken, and I need to up my game because I I want to finish at least all of the books of Beatrix Potter. I have the book that Steve said today that it's Killer by David Drake that I can read and I will read. And then I have some arcs that I haven't even finished that I need to finish. And I have way too many options that I want to work on. So let's see how it goes today. Talk to you later in the afternoon, probably. Hello. It's still not the afternoon. It's still 7:54 in the morning, and we have to talk because I went down a rabbit hole. As it happened, this is one of the most wonderful things that happens with books, and I think that everyone that likes to read experienced this. Let me explain what happened. I finished what I think it's the last book that it was published during Beatrix Potter life. It was the Tale of Little Pig Robinson. Not sure. I have to see if I missed anything in the middle, but at the moment I'm gonna just rest from reading Beatrix Potter's books. But again, I love her illustrations, and that was on the back of my mind when I finished that one. That one was a 5-star. It's really nice story. And I had a book from yesterday that, as I told you guys, I read a book about organizing scrapbook material, and when I was looking for that one, I took from Open Library another book about crafting that was titled A Season of Giving by Heidi Swamp. That one, it's literally just ideas for you to do things that you can do, craft, and things that you basically can craft during Christmas to give people or to put around your house. If you like crafts, you're gonna like this book because it's simple. The ideas are simple. You can easily do most of these things with things that you have lying around the house. It's just a good book if you like crafts, to be honest. And it gives you the opportunity to use your imagination too. It's not just those measurements and those materials. And like I said, it's really good if you like to use materials, like to recycle things that you have around the house or upcycle things. Anyway, let's not go too much on that topic. Finish that, and the crafts plus the drawings pull me towards watercolors, because that's one thing that I like to integrate on crafts, except even when I'm doing scrapbook, I like to do like my own papers with like a stain with watercolors and stuff like that, and actually put some little drawings on it. That made me look for on Open Library, let me search for watercolor, just that, and I found out a book named American Drawings and Watercolors from Wadsworth Atheneum by Judith A. Porter. This is a small collection of drawings from the Wadsworth Atheneum with just a little bit of information about each artist. It's not the best thing ever, but it is for the simple. It does what it wants to do. I think that it just showcase some art, give a little bit of information, and people can then jump from that to other books, like to look for the artist and all of that. And that book gave me what I think is my next favorite artist now. It is an American artist named Fidelia Bridges, because she does the cutest like watercolor and drawings of like plants and little birds, and it's just like nature drawing with watercolors, fine details, very soothing colors. It's one of those, how to say, I could look at her art all the time. It's something that I could just look at and be happy. Give me like calm, happy feelings. So I went to look for her on Open Library, just put her name, and I found one book where one of her pieces were used, and this is one of those little books that it's a poem book that you are supposed to give to people. I need to get this book. I love it. And this is What I Wish for You by Welleran Polterness. It's a little book that has a poem throughout, like a little bit on each page, or on each double page, where you have a spread, an aesthetic spread made. We have a little bit of the poem with like some side drawings, and then on the other page you have an illustration that somehow connects with what it's saying on this side. And the aesthetic, my god, it's pretty. All the illustrations in there are so pretty, so natural, so I love that pieces. It's one of those things that we don't talk here. It's like these little gift poem books with, just for the sake of the poem, the sentiment and the illustrations. I don't care, it's amazing. It's one of my favorite things now, and I have to get this book somehow. I don't know how, but I'm gonna get it. And one of the illustrations is by Fidelia Bridges. And yeah, just amazing. I'm such a fan of this little thing that I don't know what to say. But as always, this only keeps getting better. I kept looking for watercolors because this was so successful, and I found a children's book that I like the concept of the ideas. I don't really like that much how it was made, and it's Nature's Paintbox, a seasonal gallery of art and verse. It's basically a poem also, and it's a children's book. And it goes through all the seasons and literally paints or draws its season in a different medium, like winter being pen and ink, spring is pastels, like pastel tones and color pencils, and then summer is watercolors, and autumn is oils. Now, the idea and the mediums chosen are very pretty. Very pretty. Are good. It matches. It literally matches. It's not very pretty, I want to say. It's really, really a good idea. I liked it. But I didn't like the execution of it. And the poem, I was just like, okay, it could be a little bit better. But it's still something that I think it's worth looking at, just to peek. So again, open library if you guys want. Then I kept looking for watercolors, and I got the book. This is for very little kids. I got a book called Orange Triangle Fox by Sarah Jones, and it's literally a book to teach kids about shapes, colors, and animals. And it has just a couple of pages. It's really, really small, but it's so cute. You have like one side that has a background in the color that they are talking about, has the form of the shape in white, and in the middle of the shape it has the name of the color, the shape, and the animal. And on the other side, on a white background, you have an animal drawn in the shape that is mentioned and colored in the color that was mentioned. That's why there is an orange triangle fox. Oh my god, the drawings are so cute. It is something so very simple and so very cute, and I loved it. My only regret is it is so small. I could have gone through that book if it has like 100 pages, and I think that for like the value of doing a book like this, you could have made more shapes and more animals and have a lot more for children to learn, and like having even several animals per shape, so it's a little bit better. And then starting like putting shapes and colors, like same shape but different colors. You know what I mean, just having fun with it. and being like more advanced as the pages go. I think that was a missed opportunity because this is adorable, this concept, and I'm like, it's adorable. But I kept going. I looked again for watercolors, and I got a book that I clicked on it, not because I liked the cover, but because I was like, what the hell is this? And it's called Drawing from Memory by Alan Say. And the cover is just like a boy floating in this like sketchy drawing. I was like, what is this? And I was thinking maybe this is some sketchbook or something, or like a guide for you to start drawing from memory. Oh no, no, I went down another habit roll here because this is it's not the biographies, it's memories of the artist, from his childhood to more or less where he is when he wrote the book. And it has like he writes his story, but he has like also photographs and sketches and little cartoons all over to show what he meant and to show his progress as an artist and what happened and the people and all of that. And I was just, when I saw, I have just gobbled the whole book and was very intrigued. And also he was born just a little bit before World War II, so he was a kid during World War II and lived through it. It's not really detailed, but it has a little bit at the first, and then I think you get the feeling of how it was living on Japan and how artists were seen on Japan after World War II. Anyway, very nice. Very simple and very honest and very nice, and I really, really enjoyed it. And this was the rabbit hole that I was into. And when I saw, it was the morning, and I had read like what, 7 books? Don't you guys love when this happened? Then you just keep picking up books and looking. This is why I miss going to the library, because I would do this, but in a physical room. Here I'm like just sitting here and looking for books on the online database. I would do this on the library. I literally went to the library 2 times per week once we could do that, and we just go to a section, take a handful of books with me, and sit on my little corner reading them, and like putting books apart if I didn't like them. Or sometimes I just went through all the library, like the path that I had to do to my corner, taking books off shelves, not even looking at what they were about. Just like, okay, this caught my attention, I'm grabbing it and taking it with me, and then taking those books to my corner. That was a thing I missed, and now it happens online because of the times we live in. So yeah, this is the rabbit hole that I just went through. And now I have to get back to my arcs. I haven't read my arcs yet. And I have cleaning to do today. Why? Anyway, I'll poke you later. Hey, we have arrived to the end of this read-a-thon, personal challenge thing. I mean, I'm still gonna finish books, but I'm gonna already talk about them because I will finish them today. And the light is going, so it's about 6 p.m. I mean, I'm gonna just snuggled up because I wake up at 4 a.m. I will be sleeping soonish. So I just wanna close up for the day. And yes, the cat is here. We are on my bed, by the way, and the cat is here. Look at that face. That's the face of someone that was just sleeping, and it's just like, why? Why are you doing this to me, human? Okay, you can go back to sleep. Thing is, I can just move her and she's fine with it. I'm sorry for the shakiness. I try not to move too much. Books that I have read so far. read 4 more books. I don't have much to say about them for several reasons. I read a book of poems that it's Poems for Teachers by Julie Hogan. I don't remember how I got here, but it just appeared because it has like some illustrations that are kind of watercolors, so it just appeared on my rabbit hole thingy that I went through. I also find out uh, a book by Claire Hitford. It's called Paper Only 20 Ways to Kickstart Your Creativity, and this is it has like activities to do with paper, like things you can do like crafts. And I'm not mistaken, it's based on things that they do on the papered parlor atelier. That's the old lady getting up. It's it starts well, it has lots of good pictures, but the activities are a little bit repetitive. Some of them are not easy to do if you don't have the space for it, and it's just... I was expecting more, let's just say it like that. The other book that I read that I was very surprising on how dear God good that was Why Did It Have to Be You by T.L. Quinn. It is an arc that I got for review. Still haven't put the review online, but it will do it tomorrow, much probably, because I don't have time today. This is a smutty romance, but it's super fun and adorable, and like the nice amount of smutness, if you know what I mean, if you are into that thing. And it's small one, reads super fast. It has like age difference of like 14 years and like surprise identity, and yeah, I don't want to... This video is gonna be way too long, so I'm just gonna get over with it. And the other one was a sketchbook from G.E.H. MacDonald but I think that's the person who put it together, but I'm not sure if that's the drawings inside the sketchbook. I think it's from anyway, it's not that good. I know it's supposed to be sketches from a painter that I'm seeing his picture, but oh my god, I just forgotten it. I will put the information below. I'll put all the information below. But I do not think that this is a good one. This is like, as an artist, I did drawings like that, and that's the drawings that I want people to burn when I die. They're bad. They're just bad. Bad, okay? It's the practice one. It's the flawed ones. It's the ones that we artists want to go to the fire. Okay? It is what it was. I was expecting something a little bit more. I am... Oh, wait. I also discovered a manga that is called Hat Atelier, and I read the first volume, 5 stars. I'm not gonna talk much about it because I'm definitely gonna be talking about this manga on either Let's Talk Manga or Cottage Books. I still haven't decided which, because the cozy vibes with this one is pretty good, and the art, oh my god, I love it. I love it so much that I'm on the second volume, and that's one of the books that I'll be finishing today. The other one is a poem book that it's called Dragonsfire and Other Poems by Judith Nichols. I think it's Nichols. That it's basically poems for kids, that it a little bit of a fantasy theme to it. Really simple, really cute. I just started because it has a dragon on the cover. This is how I choose my books. If I saw a dragon on the cover, I went for it. I'm enjoying it. It's nothing out of this world, but I am enjoying it enough to finish it. And those will be the 2 books that I will finish today. So, how many books did I read during this week and read a long thing? Let me see if I can quickly tell you guys. So when I finish those two, it will be 23 books. I mean, they were not big books. They were, I know, they were small books, and I wasn't expecting to go finishing lots of novels and big books. I mean, some of those were 200 or 300 pages, but you guys know what I mean. I was doing this just for the fun and just checking books left and right, not not for the page count, not even for the number, because I wasn't expecting this to happen. I just went down a rabbit hole. Again, there's a cat just washing herself. I don't know if I can show you guys, but she's just washing herself here. This is what we are dealing with. This is the content that we probably came here for. So just enjoy it. She's licking herself, and with that, we shall end up our vlog. If I can find the button to put the video off, where is it? Oh, here it is. Bye, guys. She's saying bye with her leg, clearly.